Welcome back to another edition of the Commissioner's Corner with your host, Matt Chef, Ant-Man 89, and SC Kicker.
Welcome to UPX Land, the ultimate data hub for Upland, and your secret weapon to dominate the metaverse. Search properties with smart filters, track marketplace deals, and uncover hidden gems before anyone else. Power up with the Sparklet Staking Hub, stake your Sparklets, earn UPX, and support the construction of new structures across Upland. List your projects, track progress, and see your impact grow. Set custom alerts, get instant notifications, and never miss an opportunity again. Visit upxland.me.
Good evening, race fans. Welcome back to another edition of the Commissioner's Corner. I'm Matt Chef, of course, joined by my good friend Ant-Man 89 and my other good friend SC Kicker. What's going on, guys? How we doing today?
Doing good. How's everyone doing?
Fantastic.
Surviving the holidays?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm glad it's over. I'm glad the Christmas part of the holidays over. My favorite part is New Year's. So
Christmas is hectic, man.
Yeah,
very hectic.
Well, when you have a family the size that I do, it's not just hectic; it's expensive.
For sure, man. I had the in-laws out this year, so.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, wow.
Doing that sort of stuff, so it's been fun. It's been really fun.
Yeah, well, with
very busy.
With 6 children and 4 grandchildren, it was it's expensive.
It's a team,
all I
man.
can say, right?
It was a good weekend for your brownies.
It was, yeah. At least they did something well this year, even if it was only one game. Well, I guess they've had a couple of games that have been all right, but
yeah,
it is what it is. I'm more excited about the Buckeye game coming up here in a couple of days. So
yeah, it's a big one.
I'm all over the Buckeyes. Hopefully they're all over Miami and we'll get it over with quick. I'd like to see that one done about halftime.
Yeah, I'm glad our stress is over already.
Yeah, right.
Our game. Well, I say that, but the Bills are still there.
Well, yeah, that's true. That's true. I didn't even get to. How did they do this week? Because they played when yesterday, right?
They did. They came back, scored, and went for a 2-point conversion and lost the game.
Oh,
point. They could have kicked the field goal and tied it.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, they played awful the first half. Second half, they dominated. Their defense looked great.
Yeah.
Shut them down. I was really surprised they didn't kick the field goal, especially the way they were shutting down Philadelphia. But tough call. It was a really crappy weather up there. They had a lot of snow and rain and ice.
It was brutal. Yeah.
I'm sure those guys were ready to get off that field.
Yeah, right.
I had family members that were at the game and they said it was miserable.
Yeah, I'm not sure that would have been. I would have probably let my tickets go for that game. I would. That was just. Of course, I grew up being in Cleveland Stadium my whole life. Ever since I was a little kid, we used to spend our home games in Cleveland Stadium, and so I don't mind the weather, but it gets to the point where it's just a little stupid.
Yeah, I agree. I couldn't do it anymore. I don't think I could sit through that. I was offered tickets for the Philly game this weekend, but the holidays and everything, I said, there's no way.
Yeah, that's just a bit much. Plus all the traveling and whatnot that comes along with it. But yeah, it definitely looked miserable all game. That's for sure, Vape.
It looked a lot better from the couch.
It sure did. Yeah, I was gonna say. I know the games that I watched were wonderful from my couch.
Yep.
Anyway, we're here to talk about some racing, so we might as well get on to it. What up, June?
Glitch.
Oh, there goes. There's Funky Beats in the house. Vape High Guy, June, Ace. I see a bunch of people in the house here. So welcome everybody. Before we get too far, I just wanted to take a quick look at where we are after 3 weeks on the leaderboard. As you can see, City Pigeon has reclaimed his number 1 spot with his second win of the season. Crowley 27 now in second place, moving up 3 spots. D684D looking to become the rookie of the season here in a run with Quate 18 for that title. Moving up into third place, Batista in fourth. KO Ninja dropped a few spots down into a tie for fourth. Quate 18 in sixth place there. Ja Rashad seventh. Funky Beats in eighth. JH 2271 in ninth. JR Wheels in 10th. Cruiserito also in 10th in a tie. And Wander 1976 in the 12th place spot. And that rounds out all of the places that will go to the season finals. So we've got 2 races left. We got the Slow Slough Raceway tomorrow, Friday. And then next week we will be running on Interlagos to finish out the regular season. So only 2 races left. Couple of tricky tracks to take a run around to see who's going to make it into the season finals for Wonderland 2025 championship. So it's just starting to heat up quite a bit here with these races.
Hey, these guys are playing musical chairs now.
I know, right?
Oh, man.
Pretty crazy, but this is where we were with qualifying after week number 4. So Crowley 27 comes in at the last minute with a 152.70 to get that number 1 qualifying spot, just above City Pigeon and
Go Crowley.
our top 3. So a hell of a run, because I really didn't think anybody was going to be able to pass City Pigeon, putting up that 153.52. I thought that for sure that would be the benchmark, but lo and behold, Crowley came up and took it away.
The 152, man, that's smoking.
That's crazy.
Jeez, bro.
Yeah, that's insane. That's flying around the track. That is for sure. And this is where we are. This is the Slow Slough Raceway. This is 2.02 miles with 24 turns on this track in those 2 miles. And this thing is just insane. So putting up a 152 is really a pretty good feat on this track, especially, I mean, you hit turns 10 through 22. That section at the bottom there is just ridiculous. It's just right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left for a long time.
Gets you dizzy.
Yeah, it's a very tricky part of the track. But I really think this is one of those tracks where if you can get out in front and stay there and not make too many mistakes, you could potentially pull away from a crowd that's trying to fight for those bottom spots. So, I mean, I think qualifying is essential on this track. But yeah, we'll see.
Get there practicing, guys.
Right? All right. So let's go ahead and jump right over here, and we will get this heat board filled out.
Drum roll, please.
All right, here we go. And there we have it.
Right.
And of course, I've preempted this and kind of put up there who's doing what already. So heat number 1, we've got Crowley 27, Vape High Guy, Cal Trading Co., Quate 18, Cruiserito, and D6, our 2 rookies of the season. Battles in there in heat number 1, going to be pretty crazy. But here we go. City Pigeon, Foreskin, JH 2271, JR Wheels, SC Kicker, and guess who? KO Ninja.
Oh, you got to be kidding.
Kidding me.
Starting to feel like you guys are doing this on purpose, man. So we were wondering, man, like, does this cause any, like, backstage beef between you guys? Or you guys like
Yeah, we haven't talked in 2 weeks over this.
Really?
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Right on.
Well, I mean, we're talking, this is 3 weeks in a row that you guys have been battling in heat number 2. So, I mean, I gotta be honest, I'm enjoying it a little. I mean,
I'm glad someone is.
Pretty great, man.
And we got City Pigeon in this one again too.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, same scenario. It's pretty much the same setup as we had last week. Quite interesting
Yeah.
that you
JR
guys ended
Wheels
up in
on
heat
four-
number 2 again.
foray.
Wow.
So again, I think this is the heat to watch for sure. Going to be a really, really tough heat here in heat number 2. And then for heat number 3, Batistu A696 back in the semifinals after a little bit of a drought. Wander 1976 up there. Bajo, Ja Rashad, and Funky Beats making the semis again. So also a really interesting heat. I think this one's going to be fun. But watch out because Ace and Wander in the same heat there, I think is going to be really interesting. I'm gonna be very intrigued to see that battle happen out on the track. And then, of course, you cannot count out Funky Beats by any stretch of the imagination, because once she gets on a roll, we all know that she can be vicious on the track and pick up some really, really good spots and move up that leaderboard fairly quickly. So just something to watch out for, no question.
It's pretty cool to see Batistu as our starter too.
Right? Yeah, he made another run at the qualifying there. So he's been able to qualify very well over the course of the last 2 seasons. Hasn't really translated over into the semifinal races per se, but I fully expect to see him in there at some point, taking a win, taking a podium spot. It's just going to continue to get better.
Absolutely.
So what do you think? Any favorites?
Heat 1 looks pretty tough.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Vape this week.
Vape's
been racing this track pretty good. I know the numbers, definitely Crowley and City Pigeon put up some killer times there. I couldn't break the mark where I was at, and today there was some little bit of chaos on my tracks today, but Vape was running pretty solid, it looked like.
Yeah, we did confirm that there was some issues this morning with running some of the races. We're having some syncing issues and some server issues. So I did get confirmation that they are working on it. Hopefully they will have whatever it is fixed by the time the finals roll around on Friday. I'm hoping to hear something tomorrow at the latest about that. So hopefully everybody was able to put up a time anyway. We do have quite a few of the top 12 in the semifinals again this week. So we should see some movement again at the end of this week going into Interlagos, which is a pretty nasty track. It was used, I don't know if anybody remembers, last year we used it in a Stock Car Pro competition where we were running fast laps. The Stock Car Pros put up some pretty nasty times. I think S1R is going to definitely give it a run. But in my opinion, this track is made for the Stock Car Pro. And I think the Stock Car Pro definitely will put up better times than the S1Rs will. Perhaps. Who knows? It's hard to say. I know that I went out, ran a few laps on it, was putting up about a 3:20 or so in the S1R. And I also know that last year, I believe the winning time in a Stock Car Pro during that competition was a 3:05. So definitely the Stock Car Pro, in my opinion, is a little bit better runner for the Interlagos track, but it's hard to, we'll just have to wait and see, because I'm not the professional. These guys go out there and they put in the laps and figure out how to tweak those cars. And, who knows? It's hard to say what'll happen. But I'm pretty excited to see what's going on for Friday with this Los Slough Raceway. I think it's going to be a fun race to watch.
Yeah, for sure.
So anybody got any questions in the audience? Anything that they want to bring up, talk about, mention?
Yeah, for sure. I was going to say, I see Cal said that Cal and Vape qualified with the E and SC. Right on.
Yeah, the
Honestly,
S1E, that was a pretty good running car. I was running almost the exact same times as the S1R
In
with
an
the different
S1E,
power-ups. Yeah.
Yeah, and you've got a little bit of a, in my opinion, you've got a little bit of a power up advantage in an S1E because you can tweak it out to be right at that 240 MPS. I think the ideal setting for an S1R is right around the 238 mark. And for an ideal setup. So it's going to be interesting to see what people run in, and I fully expect to see a couple of stock cars out there because this is another track that kind of suits the stock car, in my opinion.
Right on. Yeah, I've gotten the S1R up to 239. I think I used a max nicotine gum and a nitro boost.
Okay. Yeah. So I think it's going to be interesting to see what the different setups are going to be on this track this week. I think we're going to see a wide variety of stuff just because of the way the track is laid out.
What's going on, Cruz?
What up, Cruzerito? Tiny C, what's going on? Tiny C was so close to making it. She just barely got knocked out. The leaderboard show a tie, but if you were to take that point out a little bit further, it was only by a couple of 10,000ths of a second shy of making the top 18. So she just barely squeaked it. Yeah. It was like 0.00. Actually, it was 0.0001.
Wow.
Ooh.
So there was, if you take it out 4 places,
it's like
it was a
twitch of a click away.
Exactly. Yeah. So it was that was definitely one of the closest times that I've seen so far ever. As far as enough times, gum sucks unless you use a lot of them. That's true. Or you use a lot of gold ones. I mean, if you can squeeze gold ones in there, I think you're okay. But I think one or two nicotine gums really don't. If you're using the black ones, they really just don't do much for you. I think it might change your braking position by a little bit, but it's not enough to notice unless unless you've ran the track several hundred times and know exactly where your brake spots are.
Yeah.
Trying to cut down on those microseconds.
Right. Yes, definitely microseconds. But good to see Tiny C still getting in the money though. So she's absolutely putting in massive effort over the course of this season. So I think she'll just continue to get better and better. Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, right.
We appreciate you, man.
I don't know. So, Ant-Man, tell me, you got a favorite for this week? What do you think?
Honestly, I got to say, I'm really impressed with Crowley. He came through, man. He came through and put up a pretty mean time.
Yeah.
CP usually, he's like the king of these qualifying times, but I'm really impressed with Crowley.
Yeah, I mean, if he can get out in front and I said it before, I think it's really going to be the difference if you can have a good qualifying lap and get out in that front position and try to get break away from the pack as quickly as possible. I think you really have an advantage, and then it's just cruise control until you can make your way around the 3 laps without making too many mistakes and letting the pack catch up to you. But I think we're going to see a lot of pack disasters on this track, especially like I said, once we get around turn 10. I think we're going to see some pack problems as we get there. So I think it's really important to spend that first half lap getting out in front of them as fast as you possibly can, in my opinion, just to get away from them and try to avoid getting into crashes and getting held up by people in front of you.
Yeah, that turn series between 10 and 22 is going to be like a King Toes
Yeah, I agree. I really think that's just a dangerous part of the track.
Yeah.
Unless you're really, really careful, I think you could potentially get in some serious issues in that section of the track for sure.
Kind of reminds me of Swirly's, one of Swirly's first tracks. And there's like a spot in this track where you're just like back and forth, and this tough, man. But if you can get that down, I mean, you'll beat out a lot of racers.
Yeah, what is it? What's the monument track that the San Francisco track that's got the zigzag, the chicanes in there about halfway through the lap? Yeah, I think this kind of reminds me of that a little bit. Not quite as bad, but it's definitely up there with that. And the fact that it's, at least the one on the monument track is kind of a straight, zigzag for a couple of turns. Yeah. This one's zigzagging around a corner and then zigzag again and then back around another corner and yeah, it's a little bit different and a lot more challenging, I think.
What track is that?
That's the San Francisco track.
Okay. I don't know if I've run that one.
Yeah, so let's see. Is that the one? That's not the one we're running this season. We're running Tokyo this season. Can't remember when we ran the San Francisco one. Is that cross season maybe? I don't know. I can't remember. I've done so many of them that they're starting to run together a little bit.
Yeah, we need to go back and start doing track reviews again. There's so many tracks now. I don't think we could finish them before we die.
I don't think we could. Yeah, we're up it's like 400 tracks now. So yeah, it's insane. So it's just so many.
Track creators, though. You guys are rocking.
Oh, that's the Genesis track. Pigeon said.
Oh, is it the Genesis track that does that? It could be. Do we run San Francisco on the Genesis for Genesis? Maybe we do.
Might have.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Got a good memory, man.
Yeah, he does. Well, like I said, it all runs together for me. I've been doing this for so long that it just like it's like
the San Fran is Genesis. He's saying that I've run that track then.
Yeah. So yeah, it is that track that has that.
Is that on the south side of it? Zigzags.
Yeah. As you're coming, it's like the second or the third of the track.
Yeah. Okay.
Coming around towards the finish line. Yeah.
I think I remember that one.
Yeah, it's a pretty nasty one, but I think this one ranks right up there. So. Certainly hats off to TB 125 for the track. It's an interesting design. And thankfully I haven't found any glitches on it yet. So that's always a good sign. Hopefully we'll be able to continue that on Friday with the finals, but we'll see. Everything will be good. And we are, don't forget everybody, we are 6:30 p.m. Eastern time, 3:30 Pacific for finals this Friday. So everybody be on the lookout. I will, of course, post announcements and all that stuff. We'll have it all over the socials. But make sure you come check us out, 6:30 p.m. Eastern time on Friday. And until then, I hope everybody has a fantastic and very safe new year. We want to make sure we see everybody next year. So please be safe and be responsible and have a good time, but do it safely.
Yeah, everybody have a good New Year's and good luck to you, Mass, this week on the game.
Yeah. Go Buckeyes. Woohoo.
Very well said. Couldn't say it any better, guys. Happy New Year's to everyone, and look forward to seeing you next year.
Right on. And we will see everybody next year on the track for sure.
All right. Good luck, everyone.
Thank you.
Later, guys.